What's good, y'all? What's good? What's good? What's good, man? It's your big homie, Big Bayday, man, and this is the Real Talk, Real Shit podcast. And first thing first, man. Um, I love females. Let me just start by saying that I love my females. I value females more than males in society. You know what I'm saying? Because males, we have equal opportunity. I don't have mercy for males. You know what I'm saying? You better go out here and get it and do your thing. You know what I'm saying? But I do have mercy for females and children. I was raised like that to take care of your females and take care of the children. But let me say this, man. In this modern times, um, we're living we're living in a female dominated, pretty much female dominated world. Um, which I'm not nothing. I have nothing against the feminist movement, the feminist agenda, and all that shit. I have nothing against it. But what it has done is thrown off the balance of life. Put it like this: these modern women, for one, fellas, you have to hold yourself to a higher standard. All the men out there, you have to hold yourself to a higher standard, aka you have to do better. You have to strive to be better. You have to be responsible as you can be. You have to take your narrative into your own hands because over the generations we had so many bum ass dudes not holding it down and not being men that uh, a lot of people have lost respect for the male species, man. A lot of people have just lost respect for males. And then also too, we have a lot of masculine females out here. And to all the masculine females, and I mean not looking like a man, or nothing like that. You don't have to look like a man to be a masculine female. A lot of females are in their masculine energy, and I understand why, because a lot of y'all didn't have men around to help you raise your families and all that. But that goes to you not picking the right man and you not being a feminine woman and playing your role as a female, as the divine feminine female, and having your female energy and using your, not accepting your femininities and having to wear the role or the hat of a man to raise your family and stuff. I understand it. I totally understand it. And I sympathize with y'all, because a lot of y'all have had to be so hard just in order to raise your families and just to survive. And it's that, especially black females. Black females have been through a lot over the generations. Slavery. Um, a lot of things have happened to the black females or the females in general. So I truly sympathize with y'all. But in this modern times, females are so used to dominating men and males that if they cannot dominate you, they want to dismiss you. Um, you have females day to day competing with men, trying to be as good as men, as fast as men, as strong as men, and that's not the case. Physically, we're not the same. Physically, a man can withstand and handle more pressure and more than a female, and that's how God designed it. This is not something I'm coming up with, and I'm not no male chauvinist, but God designed males to be able to handle more pressure and deal with more pressure. But in this world that we're living in now, with these masculine females, they've assumed the role as men, and now they don't respect men or don't know how to handle a real man. So when women come across a real man like myself, they don't know what to do. It crashes their programming. Um, and it's just very sad because if you can't accept who you are and what you can do and what you cannot do, if you don't understand your personal abilities, you're not ever going to be able to cohese with a man. um and like I said, a lot of women are so used to dominating men. Even from the think about this: a single mom, she's dominating her child from the time that child is born, especially the sons. Think about what these women do to their sons. They don't have men around to help discipline the child, so they usually beat the crap out of the little boys and make the young boy, subservient to them, and scared of them, dominated by them. So we have a whole generation of men that are dominated by women, and they don't understand their place and position in society because they've been dominated by women since the beginning of their life. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Shut your ass up. Yes, ma'am. Come here, let me smack you in the head. Yes, ma'am. Go get me some tray. Yes, ma'am. Can you go give me money? Yes, ma'am. Like, we're so fucking dominated by females, we keep that mentality going through the rest of our lives. But as a man, especially as alpha male, you have to know your value and your worth. You have to know that you are the strong one. You have to know that you are the responsible one. Put it like this: in my family, in my because I'm going through separation, but I'm a married, I'm going through separation. But when I was married, my wife did not respect me because she was in her masculine energy. She respected me. She knew I put it like this. I held it down. I paid all the bills the whole time we was together. I raised my children, but the women in my life, and even the women, even like the women around, the women that was, like what do you call those, in-laws and stuff like that, they didn't understand how I was coming, like that I was wanting to be involved in the child from the day one and all that. They didn't understand that shit. They didn't understand that I was prepared and planning on being a parent my whole life, and I wanted that role and I wanted that position, and I didn't want to put nobody off, and didn't want to put that responsibility off on nobody else. I was raised like that. I was raised in a house with a mother and a father. My dad was a masculine male, who held it down in his masculinity. Everybody falls short and everybody has shortcomings. But I was raised around a real man, a real male, a alpha male who stood his ground and held his own and was responsible in that nature like that. So I had a good example of a man. So it's different if you never see this. The thing, a lot of y'all women was having illicit sex with weird men or random men, and damn, my light turned off. Having illicit sex with weird random men, so you didn't never respect the man that you was making offspring with, because he wasn't there to support you and all that. So you can't put your curses and your shortcomings off on the next generation, because everybody's not like that. um I gave my life. I gave my life to be a father. I gave my life up to be a husband. I gave my life up to be a family man. You know what I'm saying? And in this woman run world, they try to knock you when they can't dominate you. They try to knock you out the picture, and it's just so unfair, man. It's very unfortunate and unfair. So as men, please do better. Please stand your ground, and be responsible, be reliable, be dependable, be the rock and the backbone of your family. And when you're in your masculine energy, you'll seek out and you will attract the female in her feminine energy, even though they're few and far in between nowadays. But like I said, man, we're living in some type of weird time where women want to dominate men, and if they can't dominate you, they want to dismiss you. So I don't understand this crap. Well, I mean, I do understand it, but I don't accept this crap. But it is what it is. So you have to rise above and do the best that you can, just to get your fair treatment in this world. And even then, you might not get treated fair, because it's not fair right now. We're in a woman dominated society. So man, stand up, do better. I'm not saying go against the female. No, I'm saying stand up, be a responsible man, and do your part. Therefore, when you'll get your way. You'll get things to flow the way that they're supposed to flow. Because when you're a man and you holding it down as a man, everything usually flows, until something unfortunate happens or something like that. So stand up and stop letting these women dominate you. Stop letting the women pay the bills. Stop moving in a house with a woman whose the house is in her name. Stop letting your baby mama have all the credentials and cars and all that and insurance in their name, and you just hopping in her car. Step your game up and you have some shit in your name. Do something as a man. Be a man, because the world needs real men. It's your big homie, Big Bad. This is the Real Talk, Real Shit podcast. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, man. I'm out.